Ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. I'm in the back of the 308 today because it is super duper sunny, as you can see. And today we are going to be upgrading the brakes. Now, what does that entail? Quite a big job, actually. So if you haven't seen already, we've already upgraded the brake pistons in the 308 because a couple were seized in on the front. It's quite a common issue. So if you haven't seen it already, go have a look at that video. It was an absolute nightmare. But on the back end of that, I do need to still bleed the brakes again. But before we do any of that, we need to upgrade everything. So today we're going to be replacing not only the pads and upgrading them with new ones, we're also going to be replacing the front and rear discs to upgraded ones, and also changing the brake fluid to like a higher spec, not like full race spec, but higher spec, because eventually I do want to end up tracking the car and I don't want to run into issues of like brake fluid boiling and stuff like that. So basically a full brake system upgrade today, and fingers crossed it all goes well. The weather's gonna be a bit of a nightmare when it comes to bleeding, but I've got a few new tools, a few new things, and should make things a tiny bit easier. So fingers crossed all goes well. I'll just stick a camera and you guys can follow along. Wheels are now off, every single one. We can actually have a quick look at this. So these are cleaned up quite a lot actually since we did the pistons inside here. There was like lips and quite uneven. Obviously you can still see some scoring and stuff, but that's obviously the reason why we're changing these brakes. But these look nice and good. Obviously pads are very, very low, which we'll be changing today. The discs are very, very lipped. Although you could probably resurface them and go again, but yeah, I wanted to get some upgraded ones, so we will be doing that. But if you look at the rears are very, very bad. So what I'm going to do, I think we're going to start with the rears. Well, the electric handbrake has to be backed off, so we'll just take that off, and then we'll have to get this off, push back the piston, which I've got a winding tool. Then the pads are ready to go in. We'll swap the brake disc over, which is just a Torx, nice and simple, and go from there. Now I'm probably going to have to take some of the brake fluid out, but that's fine because we'll be replacing it with some new stuff anyway. So I'm going to get all the brakes changed over, and then we'll do the bleeding after that. Hey, do you want to know what a Peugeot with no handbrake on sounds like? That. Apply parking brake. My goodness me. Right, I'll set you up on the camera. We'll make a start getting this off. It'll be too long, fingers crossed. Right, see, the first point of order is we need to get this caliper off, which looks like some sort of fancy bit. Should be able to just wind back the caliper. So let me figure out what spanner size this is. No, it's gonna be a 10, isn't it? It's always the 10. Let's give this a go. Let me get you around here. Welcome, can you see up here? Good. Oh, relatively easy. Always good, isn't it? Right, so we just take these two out. Oh, that might be the electronic handbrake. Yes, it is. We need a Torx bit. One for here, one for here. Is it going to be this bit? Way bigger. Is it going to be this bit? Yeah. So what's that? It is a T55. Oh my God, Peugeot, Jesus. Right, let's try lie down. Oh my goodness me. Let's try the bottom one. Oh, Jesus. Right, I need something with a bit more leverage. Oh my God. Yeah, that's out now. Oh, that was a bit on there, wasn't it? Spanner and a wrench trick seems to do the job. Oh. Yep, right, she's gone. It's still hard now. Oh goodness me. Oh, he's coming. Right. It's so hard. I might just get the impact on it. On it like a car bonnet. Alright, I think I got it. I'm fucking over either that or it's snapped, one of those things. Well, I've definitely got the bottom one. Yeah, the top one's out now as well. Right, there's one. And the top one's out. There you go. Sweet. Right. Caliper off. I've had to actually clip in either side here. so I'll have to remember that, but should just push out, yeah. Oh, they got clips on the pads as well, right. Oh, like that. Whee! Boom. They're not too bad, but they are genuine Citroens, so genuine Peugeot Citroen. So these will be OEM. So it's about 40,000 miles worth. I wouldn't even change them, to be honest. But as you can see, they're pretty scored up. These weren't for the handbrake, by the way. This is for the carrier. So in hindsight, I should have done this first. I was on the right lines. Right, here we go. Right, carrier off. Are going to go red at some point. I'm not doing them. I'm getting somebody else to do them because I want them done nicely. Right, next up, pushing this thing back. So it's pretty far extended out. What we'll do is we'll pop the brake reservoir cap, screw it back in with a tool. We need to actually take this electronic handbrake off, but I got a new tool. One of these. Perfect, like that. Oh, there you go, it's just the two. Right, now we can get onto this tool. So we just put this out of the way. That took an absolute age, but piston's all the way in. I had to take some brake fluid out, so like I said earlier, it's not a problem. So we'll just leave that there. The next bit to come off is just the brake disc, which, with any luck, shouldn't be too bad. It's just one bolt. Should I try my new dandy device? It's not too powerful, so it should be all right. Yo! Oh. I should probably get a mallet. There you go, one off. I very much hope that this is the right size. This is the new one. It's by Godspeed. It's got rotation, so we'll obviously make sure that that is correct. But I think what I'm going to do is just put a bit of copper grease on the back side of this and on the mating surface of this, just so if we do ever need to get them off, it's not going to be a problem. So I've got this tube of old MTech copper grease. Copper grease on your pads. Let's not be afraid with this, because I don't want it to stick. Perfect. Where did I put this screw? I'm very good at losing stuff. Ah, I found it. I should really wash my hands, but you know the deal. Love that. Look at that. Look at this. Professional. Ta-da. Right, it's going to be rotating that way. Perfect. Right. Next up is I've got to remount the electronic handbrake to the caliper, the carrier there, and then I get to show you the brake pads we've chosen. Right, might need to rotate it ever so slightly to let it slot in. Oh no, there you go. 2 bolts. I'm going to do with my handy dandy machine again. The good thing is when this stops, torque it yourself basically. And it's got the speed settings as well, so you can go as fast or slow as you want. That's all done. Put that back down there. Put the carrier back on. That's 1 bolt in. Another bolt in. We've encountered a problem, and for some reason, these are ever so slightly bigger. Oh, annoying, but I've got a plan. I'm going to get some Brembo ones from Euro Car Parts. I'm going to send them to do that. While she's doing that, we're going to tackle the other side and hopefully get that ready. This is now all ready for the pads to go in. That's all done. All we need to do is put the pads in pretty much and bolt it up and it's ready to go. We'll do the other side. The fronts are going to be super duper easy, obviously, because we were messing around with them literally a couple of weeks ago. So we'll get that all done. The car's up on all fours anyway, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, you can get onto the fronts. That should be nice and fun, and then just some bleeding. Hopefully you can hear me over the wind, but the disc is off. This is a lot easier this time. I got like a method now, obviously learning. That's fully wound back. Basically, what I did, took the caliper off, wound back the pistons, took the carrier off, and then the brake disc off next. It's a lot easier doing it that way. And we're ready to put it on. M still isn't back, so we're doing very, very well. But if we get it ready, so when the pads arrive, you can just put them straight in, we can move straight onto the front. Rightio, everything is now torqued up. So I've done there, I've also done this side. Now we are fully waiting on the pads. Once the pads arrive, we'll be able to just swap them in. But that was much easier doing the second side. Time to tackle the front. Now, we have done this before, 2 bolts there. I've even got a fancy piston pusher tool thing, so hopefully this should be nice and simple. I certainly hope so. Let's see if I can remember it. Hopefully we won't need the impact, because we've literally recently done these. Yeah, it's fine. Where's my handy dandy tool? Amazing. Right, oh wait. So, with a bit of luck, oh goodness, might need the old rubber mallet again. Get off, please, 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 please. And just like that, she's off. Well, we can take the pads out. Pistons are looking still sweet. Let me try and show you. Super duper shiny, no corrosion. Once again, we're getting these redone in red, but for now, that is not the priority. See if we can get these off. These have 2. Hopefully it's the same size. I also want to just start with doing it by hand, which this tool allows, just because I'm scared of snapping them. There it goes. Wasn't that so much easier? My God, the fucking size of these. They have actually cleaned up really, really well, but still you can see it's lipped and whatnot. You could refurb these if you wanted to, and I might possibly, but the only reason I say that is because they're bloody expensive. What we'll do while this is off is try to push these back. Please, thanks. Right, we can get a bit lower, and then I've got this like tool thing where you just slot it in. So you just slot it into the caliper, supposedly push the pistons back. So take the magnets off. Actually fits in there perfectly. There you go, it's pushing the fucking pistons back. How crazy is that? Effortlessly, might I add. I'll best check the fluid level before I'm like dripping it everywhere and we just see it drop in front of the camera. Yeah, we're all right. We'll keep winding them back. Check that, they push back. I genuinely can't believe how easy that was. So they're all pushed back, but what we need to do now is get the disc. So, and hopefully you can watch me put the disc on. I'll quickly grease this up. Although funny enough, this is already greased. Not loads, a decent amount to be fair. You're gonna love this. They look epic, I can't lie. Check out the size of these things. Oh my goodness, right. And see where those 2 holes are. Oh, I need to move the brake. 1 and 2. Oh my goodness me. Oh, hurry, quick, quick, quick. Where the fuck did I put the bolts? There you go. Oh my God, that's heavy. Right, slowly. Oh, there's not in. Oh my God. I think it is that way. Oh my God, so heavy. Oh, that's sorted in a bit better. They're on. Jesus. Right, I should probably grease this up. Yeah, that'll do, won't it? Right, here we go. EBC, yellow stuff. Pads. Look at that, meaty, massive, it's like the size of my hand. Right, these should just slot in. There you go. Right, do it in. They look sick, the red on the yellow. I like it. Right, let's try offer it up again. Yes. Right, you're currently in the old brake disc. So is that it? So just a side note, this needs to come off the little adapter plate on the bottom because it does interfere right here where these bolts are. So that's off now, and we can carry on bolting it up. We've had a spillage of copper grease and the sticker is now removed. Amazing, she's all in. That looks insane with the yellow pads. I got some Brembo ones. Hopefully these ones fit. Now these look a bit better. Yeah, they look like they're gonna fit. Right, let's get the clips on. Now it has got new sliders, but honestly, these sliders are fine. I might just save them. Sorry. No, you're right. Oh, that's a move for Mr. Royal Mailman. Sounded a lot better. Hopefully with a bit of luck. Why are the fucking Peugeot make it so hard to put pads in, bro? There you go. Right, righty-tighty. It is on. There you go, sorted. One down, a few more to go. Other side should be easy, I know what I'm doing now. Going to put the brake cap back on. There's enough brake fluid in there, but basically, if we just get in, basically I'm just going to pump the brakes and they're nice and solid now, and then I'm going to have to turn the ignition on, and I bet you it's going to come up with an error. Okay, I'll put the parking brake on. Okay, sweet. I'll take that back. No errors. Right, before I start the car, I'm going to check the brake fluid because I don't want it to get sucked into the ABS pump. Then we'll do a quick bleed and then put the wheels back on. We are done pretty much. Right, now I have got this new fancy dandy bleed bottle, but I've never tried it before, so I'm gonna get him to do it. Right, put some pressure, Bab. Keep it, keep it, keep it. Keep pushing. All right, lift up. Push. Yep, keep going. Right, 2 seconds. Yeah. This works. Right, keep pushing. Keep going. Right, there is maybe a bubble there. One sec. That looks like fresh brake fluid. Right, a couple more times. Okay. Right, now if you press it, is it solid? Yeah, press it a few times. Yeah. Okay. Move on to the next one. All right. So put some pressure. You run out of battery. Put you here. Right. You ready? Go. You dirty brake fluid coming out. One sec. Keep going. All the way down, all the way up, yeah? Keep going. All right, how's it looking? Keep going. See a few bubbles. How full are we? Oh, we're all right. All right, I'm going to top it up one more time. Okay, give it a few more big pumps. Okay, that's looking mighty clear and fresh to me. We'll quickly do the front. We'll start, I guess, with the back one. Or is it a different size? Of course. Right, 2 seconds, I'm sorry. Right, ready, pressure? Push. All right, let me switch it over. Right, pressure. Keep going. Yeah, keep going. Trying to flush all the rubbish out. There's definitely no bubbles coming out of that now. All right. Right, that's that one done. Now, I'm expecting one of these to have a load of bubbles because it was quite soft to pedal, but... Right, you ready? I mean, bar getting it bled by a computer, pretty sure that's really as good as I'm gonna get. I fucking hate brake fluid, it's awful. Right, let me just do the brake cleaner. Brake cleaner, brake cleaner, brake. Time to wash my hands and put the wheel back on. Right, we are all done, all bled. I've just started the car and it feels way better, so I'm excited for the first drive, but obviously I've got to put all my stuff away, put the wheels back on. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scrap these and I'm probably gonna hold on to these purely because I think I can get them refaced. If I can, one, I could sell them, or two, it's a good idea to have a spare set. They're not cheap, these discs, so I do need to give the inside a wipe because I've been touching some stuff and my hands are absolutely filthy. Wheels to go on and go for a little first drive, see how it is. All right, so I've still got a black face. Something I always do when I mess around with brakes, I always literally just drive down the road and make sure that I stop. Because the last thing that I want is obviously going down the actual road and I don't stop. So quickly come off the curb. All is well and good so far. And we've got brakes. And might I add, some pretty good brakes, to be honest. Just quickly plaque everything away. And it's good, man. We got some brakes. And yeah, we can go from there. All right, hopefully you're all plugged in and ready to go. We are ready to go to the gym and obviously ready for a first drive. So 42,275. So we've got about 200 to 300 miles, it says, for the disc to bed in. and then also about 50 to 100 miles for the pads to bed in. So that's just like generic driving, nothing crazy, just cruising along, touching the brakes, that sort of thing. Yeah, so brakes feel all right. I mean, very, very good. Yeah, all is well, really. So we've got to do the brake-in, and then obviously there is for the yellow stuff pads, there's a brake-in procedure where you basically got to heat cycle them. So we'll get to that at some point, but so far, so good. The brakes feel very, very sharp. It still feels a bit like spongy to start with. Now, I don't know if that's normal or not. We did bleed it excessively and no bubbles came out, as you saw, so we'll just have to see how it goes. But for now, everything is good. I'm happy. All right, so I've been to the gym. I'm now just outside of the shops, and I thought I'd give you an update. I've driven about 20 miles so far, and I'll tell you what, it is getting better and better and better. So like I said, we've got about 200 to 300 miles worth of braking to do. Basically, it's gonna be like this next tank. I need to fill up, so the next tank will be pretty much 300 miles. Then we can start doing the bed-in procedure, where it's like you heat it up and do some heat cycles, and then you can start thrashing it. So I'm super duper excited. I just want to say thank you all for watching. Obviously, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, consider subscribing. If you're interested, you can become a channel member with some few perks underneath. But other than that, guys, I'll see you in whatever we get up to next video.